You told me something shocking in the green room. You said you think we are in the Third World War.
Yes.
Is that true?
We are in the Third World War as you and I speak. This war has been going on for years. We have an enemy who has said they are fighting a war, the final war in their view. It's time America woke up and realized what we have to realize is that Judeo-Christian America is under siege today, and the war is coming to our shores this time.
The war's begun.
It's already begun. The last time America truly experienced a war on its own soil was 1861 to 1865, in which over 2/3 died. So we don't understand that face of war that a modern terrorist state could inflict upon us, and is planning to do so.
Tell us a little bit about this, because I'm right now, what I witnessed 10 minutes ago before I walked on this stage, I will never be the same.
I know.
This is the most difficult program I've ever tried to do. I need to go somewhere
I know.
and be quiet and pray, because I'm not capable of bearing what I saw. This man believes, as I do, that we are on the edge of a precipice that is about to collapse. You are a man who have got, I believe, since you were here last, I believe you have heard from God. I believe you have come closer to God than you've ever been. I don't think you could go where you've gone and hear what you've heard, either calling on God or go to a mental hospital, probably, if you're sensitive at all. I need to gather my composure. We are at war. And it's a war not like the Second World War. Not where we built new ships, new tanks, new boats, new planes. No. It's a war that we're not fighting Germany or France, Japan. We have a war. We have an enemy that you don't know where they are. The Bible tells us that in these hours of the final time, from Revelation, the four horsemen, what will happen? People should kill one another with great armament, with great swords. Isn't it strange that the war that we are fighting is against a warfare where they're using swords?
Yes.
Something like we've never seen before.
Yes.
My heart is leaping out of my chest.
I was awakened with a dream last night that is one of the most startling I've ever had. And I want to give you a warning right now. If you're one of those that need to have your ears tickled, that you don't want to hear anything negative or bad, turn this off right now. What I got so clear in a dream last night that I believe is pretty imminent for our country, the United States. I first saw the most horrific gang I have ever seen. I mean, this was a demonized gang. They were invading the southwest United States. There were droves. It was coming like a plague. Now, I saw one of their attacks in great detail against a Texas ranch.
These are masters of public relations and social media. This is not the Al-Qaeda type terrorism of grainy images of their leader hiding up in a mountain. They are putting out slick videos to the world almost every day, and they have promised they will bring it to America. Our southern border is wide open. People I know who are connected to border security said it's an open river of hatred. And as I finished this book, I remember talking with Robin about it, and I said, I feel like I'm staring into the eyes of Satan.
Because something's going to happen so soon, he didn't have time. We are not free in America to say what we know anymore. Is that true?
What Pastor's referencing is before we came out here, we were sitting in the green room, and I actually regretted it in some ways. I handed you one of these and said, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've been staring at. And it was grueling to watch his face as he saw.
Have you seen the little girls with their dresses, and little Christian girls with their heads cut off? Have you seen the young men that were just had their heads cut off and they're just sitting and roll like you would pumpkins? Still with the expressions on their faces, they were having their head cut off. You don't want to believe it. We don't want to believe anything. I don't know. I just saw something.
I know.
My imagination, and I have a good imagination. Forgive me for not being able to gather myself together. But what I have seen should not happen. Cannot happen. But yet, biblically, people will kill one another. This is biblical. This is the last days
This is biblical
event.
prophecy. Yes. I've got to say something about Pastor here. He just looked at some of the things I've been researching within the last hour. I had 8 weeks of processing, and my fiancée was dealing with phone calls every day of me saying, I can't do this. And she was saying, you've got to keep pushing forward. You are fighting against Satan. I got to look into the face of hell. Soft targets of America. And what is the softest target in America? Our schools. In 2004, Islamic terrorists seized a school in Russia, in Beslan, Russia. They murdered over 300 children and faculty. That's their playbook. They will go after churches. They'll go after synagogues. They'll go after schools. Why? Because it's almost impossible to defend. And also, that is a knife into the heart of all of us, our children. This is a level of barbarity of warfare that I call satanic.